Welcome back, guys. So you asked me to do my 10 less successful tag team members, and I compiled a list of 10. Now this was very difficult because there's a couple of obvious ones and then a couple that's not so obvious. So I've got one on there that I think you guys are going to question, and I left him for number 10 simply because I questioned it myself. But if I really looked at it, it is what it is. And okay, a couple of caveats. Must be WWE, so Booker T and Stevie Ray, they're not on my list. Just fair warning already, because I'm going to hear in the comment section, what about Stevie Ray? But it's WWE only, so the tag team must have been WWE, not necessarily just a solo run and the tag team somewhere else. So NXT does count because that's part of WWE. And one more thing, they had to actually be a tag team, not like John Cena and David Otunga because they were tag team for a little while, they were even tag team champions. That doesn't count. So this is my list of my 10 less successful tag team partners. Number 10, and this is probably the questionable one, and I agree it's questionable, but it's Christian. And let's see, okay, Christian is now doing the work of his life in AEW, but I'm talking about WWE. He was World Heavyweight Champion, but he was playing second fiddle to Randy Orton. His feud with Randy Orton was all about Randy Orton, wasn't about him at all. Even Edge, in his interview with Chris Van Vliet, said Christian deserved so much more. Edge, multi-time world champion, Royal Rumble winner, first Money in the Bank cash-in. Edge has got he's a Hall of Famer. He's got such an illustrious career. Now, Christian's got a fantastic career as well, but I had to make 10 of this, and I just thought, let me put in one or two, or at least one controversial pick. Number 9, Bart Gunn of the Smoking Guns. So Billy Gunn was maybe not the most successful guy out there, but I mean, he won King of the Ring. He was a multi-time tag team champion. He was part of the New Age Outlaws and D-Generation X, which was, they were a massive thing in the Attitude Era. Bart Gunn, his claim to fame was tagging with Billy Gunn and winning the Brawl for All and getting knocked out by Butterbean at Mania 15. So I would say that Bart Gunn is definitely less successful. Number 8, Oliver Gray teaming with Adrian Neville, or of course now known as Puck. So they were NXT tag team. Oliver Gray, I mean, who even really remembers him? I really don't much at all. And if we look at Adrian Neville, he was Cruiserweight champion and he had actually a lot of time on WWE TV. He was also featured heavily in NXT, and now of course he's doing really well outside, but again, WWE only. He was featured heavily on TV, where Oliver Gray just kind of disappeared after the two of them split up. Next is Mo from Men on a Mission. Now we all remember Mabel, but who really remembers Mo? So the reason I include this is because Mabel, even though he was not the best wrestler in the world, he was pushed heavily. He was part of the Ministry of Darkness, which was, they won TV every single week at one point, and of course he won King of the Ring. Now, was he the best King of the Ring winner? Not at all, but still he was pushed significantly, where Mo, nothing really happened. Number 6 is Joey Mercury. Now let's be real, Joey Mercury behind the scenes in WWE as a producer, he's doing absolutely phenomenally. But in ring, Johnny Nitro or John Morrison or whatever you want to call him, Johnny TV, Johnny Mundo, Johnny Lucha, whatever you want to call him, he had such a more successful career. He was the ECW champion, he was multi-time tag team champion, he was featured heavily on TV at one point, and Joey Mercury, apart from his team with Johnny Nitro and with his protection agency for Seth Rollins, not much else happened in his career in WWE. Number 5, and I personally don't like this pick because I love the tag team, is Farooq from the APA. Now, as Ron Simmons, he was incredibly successful because, I mean, he was world champion, but in WWE, apart from his catchphrase, damn, and his tag team with JBL, or Bradshaw back then, did he do much? Not really. Where JBL went on to be the Ruthless Aggression, probably one of the best heels the company had at that time. So I have to say JBL, and people don't like JBL, that was his job. He was a heel. He was supposed to get hate. He was supposed to get booed. And I think JBL is one of the most underrated heels, or one of the most underrated superstars of all time. He was solid in ring, maybe a bit stiff, but he was solid in ring and he was a good heel. So Farooq, significantly less successful. Number 4 is Jim Neidhart from the Hart Foundation. I'm talking about the Hart Foundation, where it's Bret Hart, Jimmy Hart as the manager, and Jim Neidhart as the other tag team partner. Jim Neidhart was literally made fun of by the gimmick Who, so they can just have fun saying who is in the ring, who is facing this guy, who is, and it was so bad. Where Bret Hart, multi-time champion, Royal Rumble winner, and King of the Ring, and he was just incredibly successful. Number 3 is the Dynamite Kid from the British Bulldogs. The other one, British Bulldog, went on to main event SummerSlam 1992 for the Intercontinental Championship, and he beat Shawn Michaels in front of his home crowd at Wembley Stadium, and he had a very successful WWE career. Never won the big one, but still, he had a very successful career. I mean, he main evented some pay-per-views where Dynamite Kid, apart from his team with British Bulldog, not much else happened in his career. Number 2 is Ted DiBiase Jr. I just had to give a slight pause there. I mean, his tag team partner in Legacy was Cody Rhodes, literally at the moment the face of WWE. So Ted DiBiase Jr., apart from his role in Legacy with Randy Orton and then Cody Rhodes, what else did he do? Nothing. When he pops up in my random filters, he's usually the weak link in my team. Cody Rhodes is incredibly successful at the moment. Ted DiBiase, he didn't do much else. Even as Stardust, I would have probably still had Cody Rhodes more successful than Ted DiBiase Jr. And number 1, if there's any doubt, it's Marty Jannetty. He's literally the poster boy for this kind of list. People are literally called the Marty Jannetty of a tag team. Of course, he's tag team with Shawn Michaels, the Rockers. Shawn Michaels, need I say more? Multi-time world champion, Royal Rumble winner, just absolute GOAT in the industry. Marty Jannetty, obviously great in-ring worker, but his peak was teaming with Shawn Michaels and Intercontinental Championship. Did I leave anybody out? Is there anybody you disagree with? Let me know in the comment section, and until next time, hope you guys enjoyed this one. Peace.